Once again, welcome again to rearing broiler chicks in small spaces. You remember the 2-week-old chicks that were like this? Now when we come to the 3rd week, they have fully grown. They have grown. They still have some little yellow hair on them, depending on the feeding, on how you feed them, the environment, the air, and also the breed. They should be fully grown up. But some other things to put in note. At 3 weeks, they still need heat, but from when they are babies, every time you keep lowering the heat. And the good thing, they will always let you know if they are not enjoying themselves. You see them packed in one corner, and it's advisable not to put the heating source in the middle. So if you put it at least in a corner, they can always run away from it, go to another side. If you have an automatic heating system, that is wonderful. But if you have the manual ones like we have, the Sigiris, then you have to put them at one corner, so that in case it's very hot and you're not around, they can run to another side. But at this stage, by the week 2, because they had grown in size, I put it outside the box. And still the heat, because it's an enclosed space, the heat could still come into the box, and you could see sometimes they come closer to the box. And also another thing to note is they still need light. They still need light. They like the light. You wonder maybe how are they sleeping. When they eat and they're satisfied, they sleep. When it's time for sleeping, all they do is like ordinary babies. They eat, sleep, poop, like that, and then play about. Also, the other thing you need to note at this time, as you can see, is you have to raise their feeding troughs. If you don't, they will poop in it, throw coffee husks in it, like a lot of food wastage. And your goal of making money, you will not be able to do it. You'll find you're having very high costs, and if so, and then you're not getting the profit that you would like. Secondly, you're trying to avoid them from pooping in their own food. As you can see, they have fully grown up. Their hairs are coming out, their white, nice hair is coming out, and they are clean. This can only happen if the coffee husks are clean. Like, keep on monitoring them, see the smell, and then once in a while pass through like your hands or like a wooden rake like item to make sure that it is not clamped. Whatever you see like clamps, you remove them, or you have to make sure that it is free. If they are doing their baths, it's easy for them. But if there are clamps everywhere, they would even want to start eating those things, and then they'll fall sick. As you can see, they have grown. They are 35 in number. I think they are 33. They have grown. Now they can't fit even the watering can. It's a struggle. When it's time for drinking, it's survival for the fittest. Everyone is fighting. But they still succeed in drinking. But as I told you, this was in the store, and I still had like one room where I could put them where they had grown. Now I have to think outside the box. And also, the other thing to consider is you start usually at this time they have also finished their vaccines. Their combs have fully grown. And also the other thing you have to think about is that they can fly. They like to follow. They like to stand on their feeding troughs, where like the sticks are, and they swing. And not swing necessarily, they stand there. Some like to sleep there, some just like to rest there. So sometimes if they're not put properly, you'll find they are pooped in. You have to make sure that you remove the poop, because the poop can fall in the feed, and then it's covered by the mash, and then another chicken eats it, and then next thing you're seeing brown poop everywhere. And if you see brown poop, that's a sign. To me, I am not a vet. Please remember, I'm not a vet. But if they are not supposed to have brown poop, if you don't sort that problem out, you'll find then you have to start treating it early. Otherwise, it can migrate from the brown poo to a very dark poo. Then before you know it, there is blood. So don't take things lightly. Say, no. Be very, very careful. Make sure the water is clean. And also, at this stage, they are flying. They can fly over. They like to fly. One, especially the light ones. Like we said, some are just who they are. So they will fly over. As you can see, one is already standing above.